I know Joe was on record about talking about the S Festival. What is it for? You know, all this great effort, all these people coming together. What is it for? Does it stand for anything? Could one say the same thing about South by Southwest? I mean, it's largely, this is business.
Well, I don't want to be pointing my fingers because I don't know what each and every one of these bands' motive is for getting into music. I am concerned that people seem to think that just music will save the world, because it needs a bit more than that. We need to get proactive. Music can provide the soundtrack to action, but ultimately we have to get proactive and get involved. There's a lot of kind of passive consumerism going on at the moment, and there's lots of soundtracks to that, and we've become somewhat detached from the planet. So, you know, primarily I like when music kind of inspires people to kind of get off their arse and get involved and do something.
Okay. What are you involved in next?
What am I involved in next? You know, I never know from day to day. I mean, you know, people, there's this profile that people have, this idea of Don Letts, but on a day-to-day basis, I'm hustling like everybody else. It's a slightly glamorous hustle, but a hustle nevertheless, because the things I like to throw myself into, I have to care passionately about, and they need to be doing something other than just selling product and ego. You know, it needs to be able to push things forward. I mean, I grew up listening to music that was about changing your mind, not just your bloody sneakers. You know, music has that potential. So it gets increasingly difficult for me to find artists or projects that I can get involved in that are taking things forward, as opposed to trying to sell you something. You know, there's not a lot. You know, when you're left of centre, there's not that much work out there. You know, the record companies, let's face it, they're not in the business of enlightening the people, because if people are smart, you can't take their money.